Everybody's been talking about SPMO as one of the better ETFs on the market, and it is one of the best ones. I mean, I have looked at it and I've compared it to a lot of great ETFs, and it is doing really good for 2025. It's done really good in 2024, and over the long term, it's done pretty good. And so everybody's talking about it because it is something that you could invest in. It is something that you could add to your portfolio. But what if I told you there were other momentum factor ETFs that you could add to your portfolio? In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 of the best momentum factor ETFs that you could add to your portfolio, and they're not all called SPMO. All right, let's get to it. Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. In today's video, we're talking about momentum ETFs and which one could be the one that you want to add to your portfolio. This video is purely educational content. It should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. All right, let's get on to the video. What is momentum investing? Now, let's make it kind of simple. Okay, so the stocks that are doing well are going to continue to do well in the short term and even in the medium term. And so it's like one of those restaurants, you know, when you see a line out the door, you know it's popular because there's so many people that continue to line up and you're like, oh, that's got to be a place I want to eat. That is the same thing with momentum factor. You find a stock, you find companies that are doing really well, and you add them to your portfolio, and boom, as momentum keeps on going, you can switch them in and out, and that's what these ETFs are doing. Some of them are doing semi-annually, some are doing quarterly, but what they're doing is they're switching in the goods and switching out the bads. And so that's kind of a momentum factor. So let's go and dive into 5 great momentum factor ETFs and see which one may be the one that you add to your portfolio. Our first momentum ETF is going to be SPMO. Now, SPMO is the one that we've been talking about already today, but the reason I put this on this list because it is the granddaddy of them all. It's one of the better ones on this list. Now, SPMO is the Invesco S&P 500 momentum ETF. It takes about the top 100 momentum factored companies on the S&P 500 and puts it in its portfolio. And then what it does is it rotates them in and out semi-annually. So that means in March and in September, they'll rotate the goods, bring more goods in, rotate the bads, and then you have a great portfolio that's doing very well. Now with this ETF, you also have some great performances, and that is one of the reasons I like this ETF. Over the last 5 years, it has had a total return of about 143%, and it's been averaging about 19.45% over the last 5 years, and the last couple years it's done really well. Now, if you look at it compared to maybe QQQ and VOO, it had a drawdown like in 2022 of it only had a drawdown about 10.45%, while QQQ had a drawdown about 33%, and VOO, or the S&P 500, had a drawdown of about 18 to 19%. So we are getting a great ETF that's doing really well, and the drawdowns aren't that bad. And so this is a great one that you could add to your portfolio. One of the other things about this ETF, it does have some pretty good expenses too, at about 0.13%. It is a great expense ratio that's only costing you about $13 for every $10,000 invested. So it's a cheap one, and it's a good one, and it's one that I highly recommend. All right, let's get on to our next one. Our next one's going to be MTUM, which is the iShares MSCI Momentum Factor ETF. Now, this one is one of the big ones on the market. It's got about $17 billion in assets under management. It's probably got a little bit more, depending on when you watch this video. And so it's got the most assets under management. And I remember this one a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, Momentum Factor. Oh, this could be a good ETF to add to my portfolio. But, you know, just because it is a good momentum factor ETF doesn't mean it's the best one out there. Now, this one does have large cap, it's got mid caps, and it's got some small caps. So it's got a little bit of everything, and it bases it upon you know, those momentum factors. Now it's got a lot of technology, about 40% in tech, then it's got 15% financials, 15% in consumer staples, and it's just pretty good ETF. Now some of the differences with MTUM versus SPMO is it rebalances quarterly. So that could be good, that could be bad, that could be something you may not like as much. It's got about 130 different holdings, with about the top 10 making up about 39% of the portfolio, while SPMO's got about 100 different holdings and about 58% make up the top 10. Now it's got a lot of technology. We're talking about Broadcom, Nvidia, we're talking about Palantir, we're talking about AMD and Oracle and Cisco. These are some companies that are part of this ETF. Now, does that mean it's the best one out there? I didn't say that. Year to date, it's up about 21%, while SPMO is up 26%. 5-year average, it's about 11% average, and so it may not be doing as well as SPMO. So, is this one that you can buy and hold for the long term? It could be. It's got some good expenses of about 0.15%, so it only costs you about $15 for every $10,000 invested. So let me know in the comments. Would you add this one to your portfolio or not? I don't know, but you can let me know if you already own some of this. Now let's get on to our next one. Hey guys, if you like this content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and we are creating a community with like-minded individuals that want to talk about investing. That means you could like covered call ETFs, momentum ETFs, growth ETFs, or even those dividend ETFs. We have a Patreon group down below in the link in the description and link in my pinned comments where you can join starting at about $5 per month. And we have a Discord community. We also have some live streams so that you can be a part of. So if you want to join that, make sure to click that link, join, and be a part of the community. All right, let's get back to our video. Our number 3 ETF is going to be JMOM, which is the JP Morgan Momentum Factor ETF. Now, this ETF is by JP Morgan, so you know it's from a reputable company. It does semi-annual rotation of its assets, kind of like SPMO, which is good news. Now, this has been around for 8 years, and so it's a pretty good ETF to buy and hold for the long term. Now, this ETF's got about 200 different holdings. It does large caps and mid caps, and it's got some good sector diversification. Not all of it's in technology, and so you're getting a pretty good, well-rounded ETF. Now, this ETF does have a cost of 0.12%, so it costs about $12 for every $10,000 invested. It is the cheapest expense ratio on this list. It is the second youngest on this list, and it's also one of the best performing on this list. Now, year to date is not going to well. It's only done about 18% year to date. 5-year average is sitting at about 13.95%, which beats MTUM, but not SPMO. So you have a great ETF right here that you could add to your portfolio. It's from JP Morgan. It's got some pretty good performance over the long term, and so you could have a good one in your portfolio. Our next ETF is going to be VFMO, which is the Vanguard Momentum Factor ETF. Now, this isn't your regular Vanguard fund with tracking some sort of index. This is actually an actively managed ETF. Now, this one has a ton of assets. I mean, we're talking about, I think I looked at it, about 600 different assets. It's got large cap, mid cap, it's got small caps. It's got the top 10 making up maybe about 15% of the portfolio. And so, could this one be the one that you add to your portfolio? Well, it could be. The expense ratio is sitting at 0.15%, so it's not the most expensive. It's not the cheapest either, but it's still pretty good price for an actively managed ETF. Now, it weighs stocks by momentum rating, and Morningstar gave it a silver rating, so this could be a good one. Now, year to date, it doesn't look sexy at all. It's only done about 16% year to date, and the 5-year average is sitting at about 13.56%, so it's not the best one out there, but it's not the worst one, or it could be the worst one. You guys got to make the decision on your own. But if you wanted something with a lot of different stocks into one fund that's momentum factor, and you like Vanguard, this could be one to add to your portfolio, but it may not be the best one. So if you were to look at some of the holdings, I looked at the top 10 and I was shocked because I didn't know a lot of them. Now, I did know Palantir and Broadcom and Cisco, but I didn't know like the top 3 or 4 because I've never heard of these companies before. That's because they're probably mid-cap companies. And so we are seeing that this one is a mixed bag of a lot of things. So if you're looking for those big name companies, well, this has probably got a few of them in it, but it's probably got a lot of other companies you've never heard of. So that could be something that you may want to look into. But let's go on to our last one, because our last one could be one that you could be adding to your portfolio. Our last one's going to be IDMO, which is the Invesco S&P International Developed Momentum Factor ETF. This is basically the international version of SPMO, but the cool thing is it has a better performance year to date, and we'll get to that in a second. So a little facts about IDMO is, first of all, it's got a year to date performance of 36.44%. Pretty killer, right? Now on the 5-year average, it's sitting at about 14.95%, so that's killing it too. That's 2 thumbs up, and it's got an expense ratio of 0.25%, meaning it costs about $25 for every $10,000 invested. Most expensive on this list. Now it tracks a lot of different companies from Europe, from Japan, from South Korea, basically developed nations, and it's got a lot of financials, so that could be something that you may be wanting to look into. So IDMO, the reason I like it is because if you wanted to get outside of the US focused momentum factor ETFs, you could look at it IDMO, which is an international focus ETF. Now, I just recently did a video on some international ones. You can check it out over here or up here, wherever that is, and check them out. And IDMO is one of my favorites out there. It compared that to VYMI, and you're getting 2 great international ETFs. Now this ETF, like I said, it's a momentum factor, so it's tracking momentum of companies in Europe, Japan, South Korea, basically the developed countries out there. Now, as the US has gone up and down this year, internationals has soared. And so that's a reason why you could add this to your portfolio. You may not want to put all your eggs in one basket, and so you may not have everything into the US, and you want a little bit international exposure. So IDMO fits that bill, and it's a great ETF to buy and hold for the future. All right, so we went over 5 different momentum factor ETFs: SPMO, MTUM, JMOM, VFMO, and IDMO. Now, these are all great, and if I had to pick and kind of rank these, the ones I would pick, first of all, I would go with SPMO. It has a great expense ratio, it's got a great portfolio, and it's got a great performance and total performance overall. That would be my number 1. Number 2 would be maybe an IDMO. If I'm looking for international exposure, it has some of the best one out there. Now, the 10-year is not as good as maybe a JMOM, but JMOM has not been around for 10 years. But IDMO is a great international one. My number 3 would be JMOM, because it's been around for maybe just 8 years, but it's got the second best performance on the US market. So it is a good one to have. And MTUM would be probably my next, and then followed by VFMO. So let me know in the comments, which one is the one that you want to pick? Which one is the one that you maybe could be adding to your portfolio? Like I said, I like SPMO, but that's a little bit biased on my side. You may have a different bias. Let me know in the comments if you know of any other momentum factor ETFs I may be missing. And remember to check out this video up here. And I'll see you guys in our next video.